Hello and good day. My name is Daniel Adepoju, and I actually love to record digital deal a lot of times. And today I'm going to be taking you to the screen recording on how to use Canva. Canva has been one of the greatest app that has ever been invented, or should I say, a website that has been invented, and it has saved a lot of entrepreneurs from the hitch of paying graphic designers. I think at the beginning and inception of my own brand, Canva was one of the things that helped me. So I will just delve in briefly. I'm already open on the dashboard of my own Canva, but if you are just starting out on Canva, all you need to do is just
You come to canva.com. I have to use another browser because browsing in incognito browser will not enable you to see. So you come here. If you have an account, you log in. But since you don't have an account, you have to sign up. I actually prefer to stay on web, but you can actually open up. It will take you to download the app, whereby after you download, you can now also register. So you accept all the cookies, then you sign up for free. Now, in signing up, you can sign up with either of three options. You can actually continue with your Google account. If you have a Gmail account, continue with that, or you can sign up using Facebook, or you can use your email, which is just typing in your email and they will give you other options, or you can continue another way. So immediately you've done this, it will take you automatically to the next step, which will actually be your dashboard.
you here, just here, just here if you are using your phone. And I would like to tell you that it's actually better to design with Canva on laptop because you have a bigger interface. You can zoom more. You can actually touch some things more. It can help you with alignment. It can help you with the up thrust. You can help you with the balancing and color grading. Easy. Although you can do all that on phone too, but it's much more easier because of the screen of your laptop and the pick and drop tools. So this is the interface you get to immediately you design. So you have some things for you. You can use it to do a whole lot of things, from documents to designs to whiteboard flyer to presentation to video, and you can also use it to design website, which I'm going to be teaching you later on in other videos. So stay tuned. So these are my recent designs here. If you haven't designed any, you won't see any recent design, but here you're going to be seeing everything. So the beauty of Canva is that you are given templates to work with, different templates from logos to everything. So if you don't have a logo, you can come to logos and get something out. You can come to flyers and get something out. And the beauty of Canva is that you can design and start from the scratch, or you can use a model design that's using a template to design. So you can just click on plus here and it will bring different things for you to design. Whether you want to design a photo, edit a photo, you want to design a document, you want to design a flyer, your Instagram story, your presentation. And the beauty is that it gives you according to dimension, so you can choose as of any of these things you design from the scratch. So you can choose, okay, let me say you want to have a custom size is designing based on the size of a something. Maybe you want to print out a flex banner, or you want to print out a billboard. So you can design from here and actually make it into the size of the billboard you want to design, or a fit on flyer, or a fit on banner that you need to design. So you can design according to. So if you click on custom size, it asks you to install if to put in the size from maybe the width and the height. Maybe it's 1920 by 18 1080, or 1546 by 423. So whatever you do, you put it there. But a lot of time I use templates because it's actually easier to customize from that. So I'm going to be using a template design to just get something through for you. So I go to my recent designs. I don't want to go and look for a new template. So I go to my recent designs, and there's one design I designed for a ladies hangout prayer. So I want to actually use this because I saved it here. I want to use it to design something like this because I used this to design this. So all I did was just remove some things and add some things. So the first thing I have to do is to change the background. So before I change the background, I first of all delete the picture. I don't need it. I delete this Canva here. I don't need it. It's going to be disturbing us. So I delete it. So the next thing I delete is I delete this. Okay, I will leave this. So the next thing I will delete is this one that has Canva here. So I delete it. So those are all the things I'm going to be deleting. Just this, delete this. So I return this back to his post. So yeah, I return the vote back to his post. So the first thing I'm going to be changing is the background. So I already have a picture uploaded. So I come to plus here, and I come down to uploads. So there are other things you can see here. Designs will give you templates. Elements will give you things you can add to your pictures. Text, that's if you want to add text to it, you can click on text. It will tell you maybe you want to add heading, you want to add middle text, or you want to add a small text. Then you can come to projects. Those are things you've done before. I think those are all the things. So the thing I click on is I click on the picture. So once I click on the picture, you see that it is already there. It is already there. So one of the things I do is I turn this into my background. I turn it to my background. So what I do is I click on it, and I said this is replace background here. So before I go, I want to delete this. So yes. So I'll say it should replace my background. So I click on it. So I options and I ask it to replace my background. So have you seen he has replaced my background? Now, if you go and watch with this, you see that it's getting similar by time. It's getting similar on and on. So what I do next is I want to do the other things. So one of the things I'll do right now is I begin to duplicate everything I have. So the first thing I duplicate is this. So I duplicate this and shift it up. Now, if you notice that the second, what did they call it? You see this ladies prayer hangouts presents. Now I used the same font for everything so that it could be similar. The only thing I did was to reduce the sizing. So the only thing I want to do here is to check the font size. So the font size I use here is 36. So I go back. No, I can do that without actually checking the font size. I will just do that, but I just want to be accurate. So I come back here and I write ladies ladies prayer prayer AY hangout. So I reduce the size. So the next thing I do, I reduce the size. Font size, I reduce it to 36. Well, let me just put it as 35. Good. So ladies prayer hangout. So all I do is just stretch it out a bit. Just stretch it out a bit so that I can have the full width of what I want. Sorry for that. So let me just click again and I increase the font size. Font size and 36. Okay, let me just leave it at no 47. So good. So I just extend it a bit and I let it go up. So go up. So yes. So this is done. We move to the next one. So what I do again is I duplicate this. Duplicate. So the next wording there is present. So what I do is I click on it, double click on it, delete, double click on this, then I write present. So it's the simplest form of design because you have a background already and all other things are set. So what I now do is I begin to click on each design and I begin to change the color. So I come to color because one of the color codes that is inside the design is blue. So one of the suggestions that will come for you will be blue. So just click on the blue color. Okay, the present is actually white. I click on the white, I change this, I change it to blue. So if you go back and check my other design in the other place, you begin to see that it's looking similar by now. So ladies prayer angle present, and you see that up there's a little space there. So I just shift it a bit down. So I shift it a bit down, just a bit, just a bit. So if you are not yet conversant with the use, you can actually use the numbering and lettering, sorry, the numbering rather, to know how to shift it down. Maybe just one inch or anyhow you want it to be. So you begin to see that it's already getting similar. So the next thing here is the 3 hours communion with the Holy Spirit. Let me check the size. Is actually 69. So I go back there and I type 3 hours communion with the Holy Spirit. 3 hours communion with the Holy Spirit. So I go back and I type 3 hours communion with the Holy Spirit. 3 So 3 hours communion. So I will not complete that. Let me just reduce the font of this one to a minimal size so that we can actually go ahead with things. So let me reduce the font size to 69. So let me just reduce it like that. Let me just teach you other thing. You saw the timing and everything. So you just put the time here, you duplicate and change it to one by one so that you'll be able to get this. You type the date on one line, then you type the nine on one line. Now when it comes to this the address redemption camp and no Goshen, so what you do is you use this and type the redemption camp. Now if you notice, you will see that there's is a Canva. I'm using Canva free version. You see that there's Canva here. So the way you erase that, you come to your plus and I click on any shape I want to use that I know it will be easier for me to change the color. Now the shape that I think will be easier for me here to use would actually be I think this will be easier for me to use. So I click on the shape and it gave me blue color automatically. If it doesn't give you blue color, just click on color and change the color. So what I do is I bring it down here and I reduce the size. I reduce the size into something that will be okay for me to have my design. It will actually be easier for you on system, but since we don't have a system here, or since maybe because you have a phone, so if you look at it very well now, I've covered the Canva. I've covered it. Although you can still see it protruding, but if you are using a system, you will be able to shut it down and finish it up. So what I do is I bring my district shifting back to wherever it should be, and you won't really notice anything. So I'll just input my address, whatever the address might be. I'll put it there. I'll put it there. Then I also come back to plus and I go to shape. Since it's my recently used, I use the location icon before. So I click on the location button, I reduce it, and I just drag it down back to this place here, and it's there. And if you notice, if you look down, the number here is already here. For more information, I just put it and I change everything. And bam, your design is done. So that's the simplest thing you need to know about Canva. Is just a drag and drop thing. So one of the things you need to learn is just color combination. You have to learn alignment and you have to learn placement. So by God's grace, I'll be dropping a book in this course whereby you'll be able to read about these three basic things so that you know how to combine colors. You don't just put any colors together. Now, if you notice my background is very much different from what was there before. But through color alignment and grading, I was able to bring something up that still looks appealing to the eyes, which is this with combination of colors and grading. Thank you very much for your time, and please do very much implement what you've learned. It's very, very important. Implement, try it over and over again. You won't get it once, you won't get it twice, but with consistent trial, you will get it. Once again, my name is Daniel Adepoju, and thank you very much for watching.